gonna go help Gloria with the coffee, okay?
Richard D's for a casserole. I'm gonna
Yeah,
put it in the oven. Okay.
Mommy's not here right now.
And where is she?
She's doing something very important.
What?
It's a little complicated. I'll tell you later, okay?
Amanda, you know what I heard? I heard that you got a whole town full of bears for Christmas. Is that right? Yeah? You know what I used to do? I used to have tea parties with my dolls and my bears. Would you like to do that sometime?
I used to invite all of my stuffed animals.
Well, the more the merrier.
Well, she has humdinger tea parties, don't you?
Hey, Doc. What is this bear's name?
That's Ted.
Yeah?
Would you
Awfully
take
cute
Amanda
bear,
tonight?
isn't he? Yeah, you think so?
Amanda, I have a great idea. Would you like to come to my house and see the tea set that I have? We could have... Jamie's dinosaurs have never had a tea party. And I bet they would love to have a tea party, and we could do that. Would you like to come tonight, stay at my house?
Can I?
Sure you can.
Don't forget to tell Mommy.
You be a good girl, okay?
Listen, I have extra toothbrushes and jammies, and I think everything that you could possibly need at my house, okay?
Here you go, Amanda.
And your coat.
And we don't know.
Just don't let her see any TV news, okay?
I'll be careful.
I want to tell her. I just can't tell her right now.
She'll be okay with this, okay? Okay?
Do I get a good night hug? Say hi to Jamie for me, okay?
Good night, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Come on, we're going to have a great time.
Trevor, I'm really sorry. Laurel was a fine woman.
I need to call Dixie. She was worried about Amanda.
Why was she worried? Hey, how is it that Amanda came here with you?
Adam, are you sure that was so wise, cutting her off like that?
Well, obviously you don't think so.
We don't know that she's guilty.
Well, I'm not about to bail her out.
Well, no, I'm just saying, why don't you go and talk with her? Get WRCW the exclusive rights to her story.
Yeah, she is endlessly inventive. She almost had me convinced she was reformed. It would be a fascinating study, wouldn't it?
Sort of like watching a spider devour its prey.
The viewers would be riveted.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me know. I can have a camera crew for you in 10 minutes.
Where are you going?
Editing. We have a Lollapalooza here.
You are. Listen, I'm so sorry I couldn't talk to you before. It's been an incredible night. Do you want to grab a cappuccino and talk about it?
It's way too late.
You drank.
You better believe I drank. And there's the reason why. My fag brother.
I don't see why I have to do this.
You mean why you should have to keep on doing this?
You're going to owe me an apology.
We'll see.
I'm going to be over at Trevor's. I want you to give me a call in this morning. Once she confesses.
I'm not going to confess what I didn't do.
You do whatever you have to.
Adam came.
Against my better judgment.
I didn't do it, Adam. I'm innocent.
All a horrible mistake.
This is not a good time, Adam.
Detective, could we just have a minute, please? Where's she going to go?
You don't want to interfere with me getting legal counsel, do you?
Make it short.
You got to get me out of here.
No, I don't think I can do that.
Why?
Because I don't want to hasten the demise of anyone else.
Look, I didn't kill Laurel. I'm telling you the truth.
Who else hated her?
I don't know. Maybe someone she embezzled money from.
More likely an unbalanced woman nursing a grudge?
No. Maybe the old Janet would have knocked off Laurel without a blink of the eye, but not me, not anymore. I couldn't have done it. And I don't have any reason to. What would I stand to gain? I'm not that Janet anymore.
Janet, save it. Whatever I thought about your reformation in the past is moot. No one is going to believe your story now.
I didn't do it.
You can say that till you drop. I saw the tape.
What tape?
Janet, do you think you were standing on a windy cliff in no man's land? You were in the middle of a television studio. We have tape of you standing there holding the smoking gun. Oh, that's good. Shock, disbelief. Very good, very good, very good. Almost convincing. But the camera doesn't lie. You murdered Laurel Dillon.
I didn't. I can explain the gun. I can explain it.
I'm gonna go straighten him out.
Don't, Jason, please. Your brother is the closest person in your life. Don't say something you're going to regret later.
No, he's the one that's got some explaining to do.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get some coffee for you, and I want you to sit here and just think about what you're gonna say, and then you can go talk to him.
Why'd he do it? Kevin, he didn't start it.
I mean, all those people were practically breathing fire.
Skinhead sickos. No, he was egging them on. I've never seen him so freaked.
Does anybody even remember exactly what happened?
Yeah. We saw a murder.
All the time that I lived in New York, I never saw crud like I saw today. I mean, all those monsters, they were just yelling at Mr. D. They were screaming for blood.
I can't believe they wanted him dead.
We're lucky they didn't all have guns.
You know, there should have been some sort of metal detector at the door or something. Do you think WRCW will get in trouble, or is Jason gonna get in trouble? Kevin, he didn't pull the trigger. I don't think I'll ever forgive him.
He is your brother, Kev.
After today, he disowned me.
Oh, come on, don't say that.
Look, if he hates, and I mean hates Mr. D because he's gay, he hates me too. Look, I have to go.
No, hey, listen. We need to just hang together.
Yeah, a little freaked out.
Nobody's going anywhere solo, okay?
Here you go. Drink up. Listen, I want you to know I'm really sorry. You needed me, and I blew you off. I was wrong.
No, you have a life. I mean, you can't drop everything just because some drunk needs to blubber. I mean, what you were doing was probably very important, right?
I was with Mateo.
You see? That's major. You made the right choice.
I disagree. Look, it's too late to catch a meeting, but let's just sit down here and talk about what set you off.
Let's forget it.
What were you doing when you called me?
Watching my life disintegrate.
Your work life or your personal life?
Everything. Kevin told me he's gay.
He told you he's gay, and?
What do you think? I mean, 1 minute I have this all-American, true-blue jock brother, and 1 minute he's converted by that pervert Delaney.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, hold on. Hold on, Jason. You cannot convert someone.
I need you. Now, let's go.
I don't feel very good.
Well, isn't that too bad? We need everybody downstairs editing the footage on the shooting. What shooting?
What happened?
You don't know?
Laurel Dillon was shot and killed right here.
Laurel's dead? I was just talking to her before the taping.
Do they know who did it?
Police are working on it.
Uncle Trevor.
Can I do anything?
No, thanks, Jason. I gotta go. I gotta get to my uncle.
Well, there was gunfire and murder and police and ambulances, and you were where?
I left the studio.
In the middle of our most explosive show, Jason?
I couldn't handle it, okay? My kid brother just laid the gay thing on me, and people were unraveling, and I just couldn't handle the stress.
And you want a career in television.
Huh. Well, I'm sorry. I couldn't cope. I mean, don't you understand?
I think I do.
Then please, Liza, don't air Kevin spilling his guts. My parents will have cardiacs if they see that on TV.
And while all this was going on, you were where? The corner bar?
All right. I had a drink. My brother just told me he's gay, for Pete's sake.
Okay. I want you to give me one good reason why I shouldn't fire you for drinking on this job.
Look, I know I shouldn't have done it, okay? And it'll never happen again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, so am I.
I've got you hostile audience members for the show.
Well, any number of bigots would have done that for me.
No, please, I need this job to graduate.
You should have thought about that, Jason, dear, before you drowned your sorrows.
Oh, you can't do this to me. What if they ask me how the show got so violent, huh? How you made me stir up things for your precious ratings.
Oh, well, they'll see right through that, Jason. I mean, you're just another flunky that misjudged the way to his boss's heart. Anyone would have done that, just to have gotten ahead.
I'm begging you. Please don't fire me.
I think that you'll be happier elsewhere.
I need to be here.
And you'll do anything the show asks of you?
Yes. Name it.
As you wish, you can stay. As long as you're useful to me.
Thank you.
No. No, no, no. Thank you, Jason. Because now, I own you.
I didn't sign up for this, Liza.
It goes way beyond the fluff and giggle of the Erica days.
And it's way over my head.
What's your take?
A friend of mine is dead. I don't have a take.
Okay. So let's say we use the tape. We use it for all it's worth.
It's too mercenary.
Now, wait a second. If we don't use it, we are pretending like it never even happened, and it did. And it happened here. Now, it is a tragedy, but it's also news.
Revenge? Janet Green's crowning achievement?
Well, for lack of a better angle, Janet's hatred of Laurel and Trevor is local legend. Now, it's done.
No, weren't we helpful?
No, come on,
we
Tab.
gotta be
Look.
careful here. I feel like it might be our fault. I mean, you said yourself, the audience was a perfect mix. The perfect mix of what? Rage and ignorance. We handed Janet the perfect smokescreen.
We didn't know Janet would snap.
Yeah, and let's not forget about the gun. The gun that was found in this studio, in my office. Hand that over to legal and see what comes back.
That was Noah's fault.
I'm not so sure. We seized the moment, and because of it, a good woman is dead. So much for all in a good day's work.
Look, we have this tape. Regardless, a judgment call has got to be made.
All right. I say we sit on the episode a few days. Let the dust clear. Let photos circulate in the press. Let news magazines cover the story and then recover. Let things cool down. That way we don't look so cold-blooded. And in the meantime, we turn the video over to the cops that I set.
You really think that's best for everyone?
Are you okay?
Is anybody?
How's Trevor?
Devastated.
Could go over there, but somehow I don't think he'd appreciate it.
He's too. We've scheduled a candlelight vigil in Town Square, the same place where we rallied against Janet's early prison release.
You look tired.
I'm just sad. Sad for Trevor, sad for all of us. Wasn't Will's death enough? Somebody should have seen this coming. Been able to do something about it. I don't want to speculate on Pierce's love life.
The man courts speculation. The mysterious artist? Reinventing, he thought, Pine Valley's most notorious murderess. Even Pierce will have trouble presuming her innocent.
Especially after she took Amanda to the cabin.
She what? Janet?
She left WRCW with Amanda. And Pierce found them at the cabin after the shooting.
Murder and kidnapping. Where's Amanda now?
She's here. Trevor asked me to keep her here for the night. Trevor sent Pierce over with her blanket that she sleeps with.
I don't envy Pierce's options right now. The woman he loved, the woman he slept with, turns
Can we
out
not talk about Janet and Pierce, please?
Yes, I'm sorry. Look, I've completely lost track of the time. I've got to get back to the station.
You're not going to air that tape, are you? What about it?
We're still debating.
You're not going to air it, are
We're
you?
going to consider all the options. Brooke, we've captured Janet on videotape, seconds after the shooting, holding the murder weapon. With evidence like that, Janet Green doesn't have a prayer. I assume we're no closer to a decision.
Tad and I were wrestling with it when Dixie came.
Actually, we've been getting a few phone calls at the house.
Cranks?
Mostly people who are upset about the murder.
Senseless violence touches everyone.
Well, guess the more the better. If they're talking, then they'll watch.
Doesn't anything get to you? Are you not the least concerned or upset for Laurel and her family? Or I guess as long as it translates into ratings points, it's a banner day for you.
Dixie, I'm just as devastated as you are.
So devastated you can't wait to use it to your advantage.
If you're looking for a shoulder to cry on, go to the rally.
Come on, Dixie, I'll drive you home.
No, thank you. I'm going to Michael's.
Please express our sorrow.
Oh, certainly, Adam. You know, maybe Liza could get a theme show out of it. She killed my brother, his sister.
This isn't easy on any of us.
Gee, it's funny. I haven't seen you shed a tear. I knew something terrible would happen here. It's just a matter of time.
She totally misunderstands my motives.
Maybe, but she understands exactly what's going on here. I'm not going to exploit Laurel's death.
All right, business. Business, okay? Exploitation. Do we call it that when the news shows air crime stories?
No, of course not.
No, we do
They're
not.
doing their duty. That's different, and you know it.
My gut says we go with this.
After people have a chance to heal.
How long? How long is that going to take? A day, a year, a month?
I'll let you know.
We don't have any guarantee that we can sit on this.
No, this
Even if we wanted to.
pirated. There's no saying that a tabloid show would respect this, right?
This way, we have control of the presentation.
You honestly think we can do a tasteful presentation of a woman being gunned down in cold blood?
We started an anti-violence campaign that goes way back to Noah Keefer and Louis Greco.
See how well that turned out?
Laurel's death does not have to be in vain. We can use it as a cry to end this insanity. We could top the show off with your own words, expressing how it feels to lose someone this close to you, how it brings it close to home.
We created the monster. How do we duck that?
No, Janet Green is the monster. We didn't create Janet Green. The reason she killed Laurel have nothing to do with
Not
it.
what I'm talking about. That audience was handpicked. Any one of those neo-fascist hate mongers could have taken a shot at Michael or anybody else up on this stage.
But they didn't. Stay focused. Liza has a point. This way we can tie the whole thing in with a responsible, constructive editorial.
Adam, I'm not sure I can find the words to get around what is on that tape.
We can edit out the most graphic moment without losing the impact. We care. We're devastated.
Yeah, we're doubling our market share.
But we're not totally hard-hearted and cynical.
What do you call it?
Our job.
Exactly. I want to draft that editorial ASAP. Get Jason or Rudy to make up a promo, and I want a trailer airing on every network tonight.
It's done.
I mean, it's done.
I already did it in case we decided to air the show.
Good work, Liza. We've got to stay on top of this. Cover all the angles. I don't want this thing backfiring.
Don't worry, Adam. I'll find a good balance. I know what I'm doing.
I'm glad you do, because I can't make sense of this. I'm not even sure I want to try.
I'm afraid I never got around to inviting Janet back for another interview.
Well, I'll handle it, Vale Welling. There's still a lot of mileage left in her story.
Stay on top of it.
Yes, always.
Tape set up. You ready?
Afraid I have to go. Ted, this was a tough call. Trust me. Tough calls always hurt.
Eternal advice from Adam Chandler.
Well, let's go over the tape. That's good. That's the angle that I wanted. That's really good.
He took some of the fanatics out of the audience.
We might want to rethink that, but so far it's really good. It's not bad. Soda.
Iris, you want to bring me some coffee?
And messages.
All of these?
The phones, the fax machines, nonstop. The wire services want statements. Worldview magazine wants a cover story. Inside Affairs offered the moon for tape, interviews.
The shot heard round the world. What did Mike Delaney say? History is a living record of who we are. Well, yesterday, we made television history.
That'll be all, Iris.
No keepers, a fugitive from justice. Laurel Dillon was killed by an assassin, and the public saw it here first.
Yeah, the stuff that dreams are made of. And, I'm sure you slept well?
Like a baby. Even though a horde of reporters were sitting vigil outside my door.
Yeah, same at my place.
Breakfast tables are buzzing. The cutting edge is the cream in America's coffee.
And it's ridiculous. What happened on the show was a tragedy.
Heartbreak on a national scale. Laurel's death will be mourned by millions, but why? Why did Janet Green pull the trigger? Why did she shoot a defenseless woman in cold blood? America wants to know. They want an exclusive, no-holds-barred interview with the accused.
Janet will never go for it.
Oh, she might. She might do it for her fans. And if you make the pitch.
You want me to finesse an interview with Janet Green?
Who better?
Barbara Walters might be available.
Oh, I think this requires your personal touch. I've done my research. Janet Green, a.k.a. Jane Cox, Gal Friday, developed a major crush on Barsini.
Oh, no, that's old news. Forget it.
Oh, I think you underestimate your staying power. Old flames may die down, but they never go out completely. Light a match under Janet.
Oh, I see. You fiddle while I burn, right? No, thank you, Liza. I don't want anything to do with Janet.
Well, hello, this is your job.
What? To glorify a serial killer?
No, to report facts.
Liza, people don't want facts. They want the gory details. You and I both know that people don't know from their state center, but all of a sudden, Janet Green is a household name.
So we cash in on that.
She's probably writing her memoirs even as we speak. There'll probably be some kind of bidding war. I can just see it now. The vultures circling in formation.
Since when have you risen above it all?
Since a guest took a bullet on my show, live and in color.
You are not to blame.
I don't know about that. How's your conscience?
Crystal,
We set her up.
we gave an open forum.
At which time, Janet declared open season, aimed a gun, and then fired.
It was a freak occurrence.
Come on, don't you think it was ironic? We set up a show that presses everybody's buttons, right? Hate, intolerance. That wasn't an audience. It was some kind of shooting gallery. Then along comes Janet Green.
Laurel
and
shoot, it had
fired.
nothing to do with the show. It was a personal act of vengeance.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well, ask Janet. Make it make sense.
No.
Make Laurel's death mean something.
I don't have the stomach
All
for
right, fine.
it.
You know, I'll talk to her myself.
Okay, fine. You talk to her yourself, but I'll tell you something. She says yes, I'm not going to do the interview.
Even if it makes you a cinch to win an Emmy? Shame.
Okay. Okay. Talk to you soon. World View magazine. Wow. Mike?
Got a minute?
Yeah, sure. You want to see?
No.
Can I get you anything?
No. Thanks.
How are you?
Hanging in there.
I want you to know that we are all so sorry about what happened to Laurel. If there's anything I can ever do for you, you say the word.
Yeah, you
call
turn
me,
back
I'll-
time. I'll say no. I won't do the cutting edge, and my sister will be alive.
I wish I could.
Yeah, well, so much for the magic of television, right? What about the tape? The footage?
Come again?
The footage, the killing. What are you going to do with the tape?
Michael, I met with WRCW's owner and the station manager last night to discuss this, and it was a very grueling conversation. We weighed the pros and cons very carefully, but in the end, Adam, Liza, and I all unanimously thought that we should air the episode, carefully edited. We think it makes a very, very powerful public service statement, okay? With a very strong anti-violence stance.
You want to use my sister's murder as a public service? Are you kidding me?
Policy of WRCW.
What are you going to title this thing, huh? Death in the afternoon? You can promo the hell out of this thing,
We're
can't
trying to
you?
make Laurel's death mean something.
Mean something? It means ratings. It means revenue for your sponsors. Don't hand me that crap about public service and social reform and everything else. It means money. That's the bottom line. You're going to make money off my sister's death. How low will you go, Tad? What's next? What's for next week? Public executions on TV? How low will you go?
Hello, Janet.
Miss Colby.
Well, you can call me Liza. I mean, after all, we're friends.
Aren't you afraid to be seen visiting me?
Should I be?
Well, I'm in jail for murdering Laurel. Presumed guilty. Whenever they round up the usual suspects, I'm always first choice.
Well, that's hardly fair.
I've made a lot of mistakes in the past. But how long do I have to keep on paying for them? It's like when I did your show before.
Let's fast forward just a little bit. The day of the taping, when Laurel was shot, what really happened?
I was at the studio to see you. And there was a crowd all around. And they were upset and angry. And then I heard a gun go off. And there was a lot of screaming. And then someone said, "Get down." There was noise and confusion and what seemed like forever. I got up and the gun was lying there on the floor. Well, it had fallen right underneath me.
And that's it? That's your story?
It's what happened. You believe me, don't you?
Janet, the guard can't hear us. You can speak freely.
But that's the whole story.
Oh, come on, Janet. Jury's not going to buy that. I don't.
You think I'm guilty?
He was an eyewitness at the crime scene. And unlike you, cameras don't lie.
So if you think I'm so guilty, why are you here?
I'd like to help you.
Right.
You need a lawyer, a high-powered lawyer, and I'm very well connected.
What's the catch?
People want to see who shot Laurel Dillon. America is riveted to their TV sets. They want to know what happened. They want to understand what drove you to it.
I didn't do it. And America doesn't want to understand. America wants to stare at me like I'm some kind of a freak in a sideshow so they can feel superior.
Janet, you're famous.
No, I'm infamous. There's a difference. And I don't want that. I want a simple life with my child and to be left alone. That is my complete wish list.
Children, is that why you killed Laurel? Because you wanted Amanda?
No!
You were heard arguing with Laurel in Tad's office. I mean, was she cruel to you? Did she threaten you?
I didn't kill her.
Then who did?
I don't
Janet?
know. Maybe it was a member of your audience. One of those people you had worked up into a frenzy, those hateful people.
You know, with a public defender and luck, you may just get life in prison. But with a high-powered lawyer, you could live out the rest of your days peaceful, easygoing. There are some mental hospitals that are quite luxurious. Think of it. Privacy, long walks in sculpted gardens. I mean, that's what you want, right? A simple life. To be left alone.
You have a real gift for cruelty.
I have a checkbook with clout. I will pay in the high six figures for your exclusive interview. That should more than pay for your legal fees.
You can go to hell.
Okay. I'll see if I can get you TV privileges in here, okay? So you can see us when we air the tape of you live and in living color with the murder weapon in your hand.
You can't play that tape. People will think that I shot Laurel.
The tape speaks for itself, Janet. You had your chance. And if you change your mind, you know where you can reach me.
Michael, we are not trying to take advantage of or make money off of Laurel's death.
Yeah, right. It's art for art's sake,
It's
right?
news with a very, very powerful message. But don't you remember when the Challenger exploded? There were cameras trained on that ship and your crew. People watched, people who loved them.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that we did. I hated it when I found out that something went horribly wrong with that thing.
Listen to me, okay? My point was we mourned for that crew as a nation. And we're going to mourn for Laurel in exactly the same way. Now, before the show goes on, I'm going to air a disclaimer, okay?
A disclaimer. What are you going to say? Warning, don't try this at home, Tad? Come on.
At the end of it, I'm going to give an editorial.
An editorial. What kind of editorial are you going to give?
Mike, I give you my personal guarantee.
Your
that you're
personal
gonna air
guarantee?
the
What
show
kind of
as
personal
responsible.
guarantee are you going to give me, Tad? You really think that people are going to tune in to watch you pontificate? As soon as they get their fill of blood and guts and gore, they're going to change the channel. Don't give me that stuff about public service. Give me the videotape.
Mike, listen. Airing that show won't bring her back, but if it saves one life, even one, don't
Oh,
you think...
come on, Tad. Don't give me that. Listen to yourself. You manufactured a room of hatred. You bring a woman in there who's a psychopath lunatic, and you leave handguns lying around.
I take personal responsibility for the gun.
Really? Are you going to take responsibility when Trevor goes after Janet Green? You don't think he's going to shoot her head off when she looks at our family cross-eyed, Tad? Come on.
Protective custody.
Protected custody. That's really great. You're talking about an ex-mercenary who's ready to come out of retirement. You're talking about a former cop who's got friends on the force. If he wants to find Janet Green, believe me, he's going to find Janet Green, Tad.
Well, I talked to Janet. What's wrong?
Mike Delaney came by.
And?
He, wanted to talk about the show, and it, got pretty ugly. I was right, Liza. There's no black and white, just endless shades of gray.
Well, I trust your instinct. What does your heart say? Can good come from that?
If I don't think any good could come for this, I should just fold up my tent right now. Well, we've got to air that show. It's our only hope.